Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. In BL tonight, first up, we got Seprod Ltd. Dividend consideration here. So Seprod's board of directors are getting together. It's scheduled for September 17th, next week, 2020, to consider a dividend. Next up, we got CAC 2000 or CAC 2000, resignation of a director here, or director resignation. Mrs. Jennifer McDonald has advised, of stepping down as a director. It's effective September 8th, 2020. Now, Key Insurance, since GK or Grace Kennedy, took that majority position in the company, that's a general insurer. This is just notice or observations about its rights issue. So the board of directors coming out and saying the meeting was held on September 8th, 2020, and there was total agreement to tabling of a resolution for a rights issue for the upcoming annual general meeting, which is scheduled for October 22nd. Indus Pharma here coming out with some results. A very profitable Q3 third quarter and a stable 9 months. Those are the headlines. So Indus Pharma in its Q3 hitting $50.6 million in profit after tax versus $33.6 million. That's 4 cents versus 3 cents, overall. So nice results there, up, let's say 33% and change. For the 9 months hitting 12 cents. Now, even if the revenues dipped a little bit for the 9 months or, even for the quarter, the point is, the stock continues to be resilient, the earnings resilient and profitable. That's the main thing you want to look for, during this pandemic. Now, last up, Scotia Group, Jamaica. On the positive side, they grew the loan book. We're going to talk about that, net loans. The deposit base as well continues to grow. But the profits really took a hit, not just a hit, but a dive and a deep dive, folks. So, the big news is the ECL, expected credit losses. It's not a surprise. We expected this, but 2.58 billion Jamaican dollars in the quarter. 5.25 billion Jamaican dollars for the 9 months, and the keyword expected. So, earnings per share here, EPS, dive into 50 cents Jamaican, versus $1.34 per share. So positives, as we said, loan book, 221 billion Jamaican dollars versus 198, billion Jamaican dollars, net provisions, loan book, etc. So, Scotia is still growing, but we don't know what the makeup is. We saw recently, media coverage, announcements, big deal, Montego Bay Airport, that's a big loan, so that's probably in some of these types of numbers or so forth. So don't necessarily expect a huge fall off or a steep fall off, in the stock prices, given that interest rates are at 0.5%, very low, stocks are tightly held and so forth. I'm Mark Croskery, this is Business Live.